Hey everyone, I'm Amy Clipston. I'm so excited that you joined me tonight on Talk Shop Live. Give me one sec while I start Instagram. All right, I am Amy Clipston. If you don't know me, I've written about 60 plus books and I have a brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses, that I'm so excited to talk to you about tonight. So send me your questions. I'm really thrilled to answer your questions about the book and tell you some behind the scenes info. Like I mentioned, this is a sweet small town romance. And if you're watching on Talk Shop Live, you can order autographed copies, hit the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment shop and you'll get links to order. Also, if you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, just click the link in the description. So, hey, Brandon, I'm doing great tonight. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Again, this is my new book, Candy Apple Kisses. You can order a signed copy right here tonight. Also, the first run print has a scratch and sniff sticker all about fall. So, hey, Melissa from West Tennessee. It's so great to see you. Thank you for stopping in and thank you for reading my books. Hey, Sue, hello. Brandon wants to know what inspired me to write this book. So this is a sweet small town romance and I love fall. It is my favorite time of year. And I love to write small town romance about North Carolina, which is where I live. So it's about a girl who is a struggling artist, and she comes home to Splendid Lake, which is in Western North Carolina, to help her best friend with his family's apple orchard. So, hey, Erlene, thank you for saying that you love my books. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Hey, Angela, it's so good to see you, Angela. And Gina, good afternoon, Gina. So it must be afternoon where you are. It's evening where I am in North Carolina. And again, tonight we're talking about my brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses. You can order an autographed copy tonight. If you are watching on Talk Shop Live, please hit the shop button. If you're on Facebook, comment shop and you'll receive a link to order. And if you're on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description and be sure to follow my Talk Shop Live page. So I'm going to check out some questions here. Hey, Deborah, how are you doing tonight? Gina asked about the scratch and sniff sticker. Yes. Thank you for asking, Gina. If you order a copy tonight, autographed copy, you will have this super cool scratch and sniff sticker. Can you see it? Only the first print copies, so that's like the first print run that my publisher runs, will have this special exclusive scratch and sniff sticker. I love fall. It smells like apples and it takes place in an apple orchard, so it fits just right. Yeah, so everybody, do you have any questions for me? Just hop on in and ask me some questions. Okay, Chandra, I hope I'm saying your name right. So if we buy the book tonight, it will be autographed by you. Yes. If you buy it tonight, click on the links, the shop links, you will get an autographed copy with this super awesome scratch and sniff sticker. Angela, how cool is the scratch and sniff sticker on the book cover? Yes, I love this scratch and sniff. It takes me back to when I was a little girl in the 80s. Yes, I'm that old. And we had sticker books and we would share our stickers, and the scratch and sniffs were always my favorite. Jason, how many pages are in the book? Okay, that's an interesting question. Let's see if I can read it without my reading glasses. There are over 300 pages in the book. Chandra wants to know about the inspiration for the cover. Well, Candy Apple Kisses takes place in an orchard in autumn, my favorite time of year. So that's why you can see trees with apples on them, a little classic truck, because Jake, my main character, drives an old Dodge truck, just like my husband and my sons do. And don't forget, if you're watching on Talk Shop Live, please click on the shop button to order your autographed copy with the scratch and sniff sticker. If you're watching on Facebook, comment shop and you will receive a link to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. So let's see what other questions we have. Hey, Marilyn, it's good to see you here. Thank you for dropping in. Okay, Jason, how long did it take to write the book? That is a very good question. For me personally, I always outline my books before I start. Usually takes me a couple of weeks to outline the book. And then I would say it probably took me 4 to 6 weeks to write the first draft. I work a full-time job, so I mostly do my writing on the weekends, and I'm just very organized, and I lose myself in the story and write it in about a month. Hey, book dreamer, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. It smells so good. Okay, so you must have the scratch and sniff. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, Rebecca, Angela. Tell us about the title Candy Apple Kisses. Was that your working title? Yes, I think it was. When my editor and I talked and brainstormed the story together, she came up with Candy Apple Kisses, and I just fell in love with it. I thought it was perfect. Melissa just asked about the book title. Yep, my editor and I came up with the title together. Gina, other than your own books, do you have a favorite romance series? I can't think of one series. I love all romance books. Young adult is kind of my little sweet spot for reading, but really any book with a romance thread, I love. And hey, Carrie, what inspires you the most when writing? Excuse me, guys, my throat is really dry, so I have to take a drink. So Carrie asked me what inspires most when I'm writing. I just lose myself in the story. I love creating relatable characters that, have their own little problems they have to work out. And while I'm, when I just get in that zone and start writing, the story just comes to me. Angela, do you have any recommendations on how to organize when writing books? Personally, I outline first, and it's like my roadmap for writing, and I follow my outline. I add things, I delete things as the story comes to life, but being really organized and starting out with that outline keeps me on track. Let's see. How did you start writing? Margaret asked. Hi, Margaret. I started writing in elementary school. I used to make up stories and fill up notebooks and share them with a friend. So it's kind of just, it's always been inside me. And if you're just joining us, we are talking about my brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses. And you can order your own autograph copy tonight, special, with this really cool scratch and sniff sticker. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, please click on the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and you will be sent a link. If you're on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. And don't forget to follow my TalkShopLive channel. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to look at some other questions. Sasha wants to know, hi, Sasha, did I base any characters off real people? Not necessarily, but I'm going to say something like, really silly. All of my heroes have a little bit of my husband in them because, of course, he's my hero. But all of my heroes are really supportive, thoughtful guys that, are just really good guys. So I guess you could say that all of the heroes in my books have a little bit of my husband in them. And Sasha asked, is this based on a series or just one book? Sasha, thank you for asking that question. The place where this takes place is in Western North Carolina in a fictional town called Splendid Lake. And I've also written a book called The Heart of Splendid Lake, which takes place in the same town. And spoiler alert, I am going to be working on a sequel to this book. So yes, so this will become a series. Hey, Kendall. Kendall wants to know when this book releases. It releases on July 7th. So it's coming very, very soon. But if you order your copy tonight, you can get an autographed copy with an exclusive scratch and sniff sticker. Melissa wants to know, how did you come up with the names of the characters? So they're names that I really like. The main heroine's name is Emily, and Emily was my grandmother's name. My cat Loki is rubbing up against the screen. Sorry if you see the screen moving back and forth. So Emily is kind of named after my grandmother, and Jake is just a name that I absolutely love. So and Emily Carmichael, maybe, you know, from one of my favorite movies, Sweet Home Alabama. So yeah, so that's how I came up with the names. Let's see. Okay. So hey, Julie, it's so good to see you here. I love the wonderfully smelling sticker. Thank you, Julie. Dakota, the cover is so cute. Do you have a say in the creative? Yes. Loki is rubbing up against the screen. Sorry about that. Yes, actually. So this cover, my editor sent me the cover and asked me what I thought, and told her that I absolutely loved it. So my editor and I always talk about what we envision for the cover. So that's kind of how that comes to be. Carrie, how many books have you written? Hey, Carrie, honestly, I think I'm up to about 67, 68, counting novellas. I've written several Amish series, and then I've written a nonfiction memoir about my husband and my journey with his kidney transplants and how I donated a kidney for him. So I've written many books. So please check out my website. And if you're just joining us, you can order your own autographed copy of my brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses, tonight. You can order it tonight. It will have this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker on it. And if you're watching on TalkShopLive, click on the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and you will receive a link to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. Okay, Dakota, do you get nervous before a book comes out? Yes, I do. I always worry, you know, how is the book going to do? Are people going to like it? But one of the most helpful things you can do for an author is to post an honest review. So please, 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 when you get your copy, post an honest review, because that definitely helps get the word out about books and entices other readers to check it out. Alicia, what books are on your to be read list? Honestly, being totally honest, my TBR list is non-existent right now because I have back-to-back book deadlines. And when I'm on deadlines, I can't read other books because it takes my focus away from my own story. But when I get through my deadlines, I'll definitely be looking for some good romance books to read. Hey, Angela. Angela said, yay. Hey, Angela. Rosa, I love that movie too. Oh, I know, you must be talking about Sweet Home Alabama. I love that movie. And it's become a tradition that I make everybody watch it on my birthday every year. Okay. Hi, Jeannie Beck. Hi, nice to see you. I think someone else asked, but I didn't hear the answer. Will you be writing more Amish books? Love your Amish. Would love an Amish mystery from you. Yes, I do have other Amish books in the works. I had an Amish suspense that came out last year, and the sequel will be coming out in the fall. So definitely check out my website and you will find them. Oh, Angela counted 67 books. Thank you, Angela. And Kathy asked about Amish fiction. Yes. Tonight we're talking about my brand new sweet contemporary small town romance, Candy Apple Kisses. You can order your own autographed copy tonight, and you will have an exclusive scratch and sniff sticker that will smell like the fall, my favorite time of year. So if you're watching on TalkShopLive, click on the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and you will receive links to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description, and don't forget to follow my TalkShopLive channel. Okay. Is fall your favorite season? Rosa asked. Absolutely. I love the fall. I love when it starts to get cooler out, when we decorate our house for fall. I love just, oh my goodness, I love everything about the fall. When I was a kid, I called it jean jacket weather. And, I get out my favorite jacket because it's starting to get cool. And yes, I love the fall, my favorite time of year. Not that I don't like going to the beach in the summer, but fall is my favorite, which is why I wrote about Candy Apple Kisses. And this is one of my favorite books. If you could, Harlow, hi Harlow, wants to know if you could tease just one thing about this book that would make people want to dive in immediately, what would it be? Harlow, thank you. That is a fantastic question. This is a best friends to more trope. And one thing that happens is that Jake's ex-girlfriend might just come back and throw a wrench in the mix. So it is a very fun best friends to lover trope, and it takes place in the fall. And so, so I think that's a little bit of a tease for you. Angela, how many books can you write at one time? Does it pull your focus? These are great questions. If you could write a contemporary romance and an Amish at the same time, do you need to focus on one at a time? That's a great question. One thing of being an author is that whenever edits show up, edits are always the priority. So often I will be writing a book and then receive edits on a book. And I have to pull myself off of one book and focus on the others. And one way that I help myself, I mentioned that I outline all my stories, but I also keep files with information about my stories. So I have like pictures of the characters, information about the characters. So that's how I can jump from book to book. I just have to pull myself into that other story and work on it. Emily, what kind of reader do you think will especially fall for this story? The friends to lover fans, the small town romance fans, the cozy fall readers, or all of the above? Emily, great question. And thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, absolutely. If you love small town romance, if you love fall, if you love friends to lovers, and if you like a closed door sweet romance, this book is absolutely for you. And Yvette, hi Yvette. I ordered 2 books last week. Can't wait to get them. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about my new book, Candy Apple Kisses. You can order your own autograph copy tonight with this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker. This is so fun and will put you in the mood for fall. And if you're watching on TalkShopLive, please hit the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and for links to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. Okay, so let's see. Kathleen. Oh, Kathleen said, for readers who haven't picked up the book yet, how would you describe Emily and Jake in just a few words? Kathleen, awesome question. Thank you so much for asking it. They are best friends who have been best friends since kindergarten. And Emily is an artist who has lost her muse. And Emily has always secretly been in love with Jake. Jake is hardworking, loyal, very loyal to his family, loves the family business, which is an orchard. And he's only seen Emily as a friend, but hey, that just might change. Julia. Hi, Julia. Jake's ex showing back up sounds like it definitely stirs things up. Did you have fun throwing that complication into the mix? Absolutely. I had so much fun with Claire, his ex-girlfriend. She may or may not be based on some girls I knew when I was in high school. So yes, I had so much fun with that. And Sasha has a question, and excuse me, I have to take another drink. I'm talking a lot, right? Okay, Sasha, you mentioned candy apples, bonfires, crisp air, and all the fall vibes. Did writing this book make you want to pack up and go spend a weekend in the mountains? Oh, wow. What a great question. Yes, absolutely. I just wanted to head up to Splendid Lake, even though it's not a real place, and make a bonfire on the beach by the lake and just breathe in that fall air, and absolutely, it made me want to go there. Hey, Rosa. She said she's excited for the book. I ordered the copy off the website. Thank you so much. Hi, Zoe. Thanks for joining us tonight. Did you always know you wanted to write romance novels? Yes, I actually knew I wanted to write books before I figured it out. That's a weird way to say it. I was writing books before I knew how to write books. I started in elementary school, filling up spiral notebooks with really silly stories I would only share with one friend. It's always, creating stories has always been like a stress reliever. It's always been a place I like to go when you can't control what's going on in your life and you're going through a hard time. I could control my stories. So yes, I actually didn't figure out I wanted to be an author till after college. And I accidentally found a local writers group, and that's how I got my start. Hey, there's another Amy. Hi, Amy. Who did the cover art? So my publisher, Thomas Nelson, had an artist create this beautiful cover. So yeah, that is a great question. I absolutely love it. I love the apples and the trees and the classic truck and just all the fall colors. It's just beautiful. Even isn't the binding gorgeous? I just love it. Faith, anything that had to be cut from the book you wish made in it? Wow, Faith, that's a great question. I can't think of anything specifically that we had to cut out, but sometimes that definitely happens. But yeah, sorry, I can't think of anything from this book. Melissa, hey, Melissa asked, how many books do I write in a year? Golly, sometimes 4. I think this year, I think it'll be like close to 4. So yeah, so I just, this year I'm going to be writing books back to back, and I'm very excited to do that. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about my new book, Candy Apple Kisses, and you can order your own autographed copy with this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, please click the shop button. If you're on Facebook, just comment the word shop and we'll send you a link. And if you're watching on Instagram, click the red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description. And don't forget, follow my TalkShopLive channel. Okay, Angela, you said you have photos in your files. Are you using celebrities or friends' photos to help? Okay, my characters, absolutely celebrity photos. That's always where I start from. We all have our favorite celebrities. So that's what I do. I always create a file for like a description for each of my characters. And then I find a celebrity who I think that they might look like, at least in my mind, that's what they look like. So yeah, and I always have fun with that. Hey, Jeannie. Always love the pictures you share of your mom reading your books. Have you ever included her personality in one of your books? Yes. I would say either consciously or subconsciously, these super supportive, loving, and caring moms are definitely based on my mom, because I'm so grateful that I've always had her to lean on. So yes. So and sometimes I might name a character after her. Her name is Lola. So I think I've used Lola like as a secondary character, and friends who have noticed it would say something to me. So yeah, so you just never know where a name might show up. Okay. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining us. Friends to lovers is one of my favorite tropes. What makes Emily and Jake's story feel different or special to you? That is a great question. I think what makes them special is that they met in kindergarten. Emily showed up in his backyard when they moved into town, and she said, hey, you're going to be my friend whether you want to or not. And so they've really grown up together. They've gone through hard times together. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but they definitely lean on each other, and they definitely need each other emotionally. So yeah, so that was really fun to create their friendship. Hey, Nancy, was it fun writing all the Orchard Fall Festival apple season details? Absolutely. I had Emily and Jake and their best friends have a bonfire where they made s'mores one night. When they go out in town, the super cute small town of Splendid Lake was decorated for fall. So yeah, so I just kind of I think I actually like Googled pictures of fall, trying to, like what decorations do I put out front in my house? Because I love to decorate for fall. So yes, I had fun with that. Hey, Nancy, we are in for a slow burn, a lot of tension. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I'm reading your questions wrong. Are we in for a slow burn, a lot of tension, or full-on swoomy moments? Yes, yes, and yes. I definitely write slow burns, and I don't think I even realized that till somebody said that in a review. So yes, it's definitely a slow burn. There is a lot of tension, and there's lots of swoony moments as well. And it's Autumn Hillard. Hi, Autumn Hillard. Sorry, it took me a minute. Thank you for reading my books and saying that you love them. Hey, Larry, when you're developing the characters, what are you aiming for? I try to give my characters lots of layers, and I also try to make them human, because we all have our own little quirks. So I try to make them relatable. I try to have my characters go through things that we can all relate to. Like we've all gone through grief. We've all had our hearts broken. We've all fallen on hard times. So my goal is to make my books relatable and interesting. And I hope you lose yourself in the story. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about my upcoming brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses. I'm so excited about this book. You can order an autographed copy tonight, and it will come with this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker that will just pull you right into fall. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, click the shop button. And if you are watching in Facebook, comment the word shop for links to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on that red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. And don't forget to follow my TalkShopLive channel. So order your autographed copy tonight. Okay, let's see. Would you ever like any of your books be made into a movie? Melissa, that is a wonderful question. And absolutely, that is one of my dreams. I would love to see, one of my stories come to life. So hopefully that will happen someday. I'll always hope for that. Angela asked me if I have ever experienced writer's block. Yes, yes, and yes. When I was writing my second book ever, which was the second book in one of my Amish series, I came down with the worst case of writer's block known to man. And one of my editors at the time, her name was Becky, I shared that with her, and she shared an outline template that I use to this day. I outline all of my books, chapter by chapter, scene by scene. I use that as a roadmap. You might think that kills creativity, but actually by forcing myself to see the entire story, I use it as a roadmap. I know where I'm headed. So that has actually helped me with writer's block. If I'm working on an outline and I get stuck, I will kick ideas around with my mom, with my editor, with a friend. But absolutely, writer's block is a real thing. And Rebecca said she can't wait. So great. So yeah. Oh, hey, Hensley. Hi from South Carolina. You're not far from me. I'm near Charlotte in North Carolina. So this is my new book, Candy Apple Kisses. It will release on July 7th. I was inspired to write this story because I love to write about North Carolina. The story takes place in a fictional town called Splendid Lake in the western part of North Carolina in the mountains. And it's about Jake, who runs his family's apple orchard. And he asks his best friend, Emily, who moved to Charlotte a couple of years ago, to come back to town to help him prepare for their 100th year celebration. And so they work together to plan the celebration and reconnect. And Emily has always loved Jake, but Jake hasn't seemed to notice, but maybe that will change during the story. So let me see if I have missed any questions. Please send me your questions. Let's see. I am going through and seeing what questions I have missed. Let's see. I am going through these questions here, and thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me this evening or this afternoon, depending upon where you are. And let's see. Okay, so we are talking about my brand new book, Candy Apple Kisses. It releases on July 7th. I'm so excited about this book. As you can tell, it is a fall story with lots of elements of fall in it. And if you're just joining us, you can order your own autograph copy. Yes, did you hear me? Autograph copy. And it comes with a special scratch and sniff sticker, which is exclusive to the very first print run of these books. So, you better order your copy now before they run out of the scratch and sniff. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, click the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, please just comment shop and you will receive links to order. If you're watching on Instagram, click on the red link on your screen. And my husband just walked in. Hey, Joe. And and if you're watching on YouTube, please click on the link in the description and you will get your own autograph copy of my new book, Candy Apple Kisses. Don't forget to follow my Talk Shop Live channel. So, all right, does anybody else have any more questions for me? I am here to answer your questions about my new book. It comes out July 7th and it will get you in the mood for the fall. Okay, I'm going to look through and see if I have missed any questions here. This is definitely a sweet small town romance. If you like small town romance, this is for you. And yeah, let's see if we have any more questions. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I've answered them all. Oh, okay. Gina, I missed this. You said this feels like it would be a great Lifetime movie. Yeah, definitely. And hey, Michelle, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. Thank you for joining me, Michelle. Let's see. Okay. Brooke asked, if I have a partner, do I hold them to a rom-com standard? Laugh out loud. Yes. Sorry, I missed that question before. Yeah, so my husband is my own little rom-com. So yeah, definitely. He is a lot like, or I should say my heroes are a lot like him, just supportive, thoughtful men who definitely encourage their partners to, follow their dreams. Yeah, so let's see if we have any more questions. Hey, Tracy, thanks for saying I'm an amazing author. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so does anybody have any more questions for me? We're talking about Candy Apple Kisses, and I appreciate you stopping by tonight to check it out. This book comes out July 7th, and you can order your own very own autograph copy tonight. It'll come with this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker that will get you in the mood for fall. I know that is my favorite time of year. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, please click on the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, please just comment the word shop. We will send you links that you can click. If you're watching on Instagram, click the red link in your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. So, all right. Hey, Barbara, thanks for saying that you love my books. If you've not read any of my books before, I write sweet small town romance. I've written, as Angela reminded me, 67 books. Thank you, Angela. Full length as well as novellas. And I love a good romance story myself. So the books that I like to read, the movies I like to watch are romances. Let's see. Do we have any more questions that anybody would like to ask me? Oh, hey, Melissa, thank you for asking a question. Would you ever like to take book story? Would you ever like to take book story and book title suggestions? So yeah, if you have an idea that you wouldn't mind sharing, I mean, absolutely. I have actually I've been inspired by books and music and movies. Sometimes I'll see a romance movie that might spark a little idea for me to write, something similar. But yeah. Oh, Tracy said she's read all my books. Thank you. Deborah, where do we find a list of all your books? If you go to my website, amyclipston.com, and click on books, you can find a list, including a downloadable list. Have you ever thought about narrating your own audiobooks? Oh no, I don't think you want me to narrate my own books. I don't think I'd do a very good job. I leave that to the professionals. and there is an amazing narrator who narrates Candy Apple Kisses. But yeah, no, I think that would be kind of weird for me. Me personally, I would probably just feel very strange and probably be, mentally criticizing my book as I read it, because, we're all hard on ourselves. Tracy said, what was your most favorite story to write? This is definitely one of my favorites because I love the friends to lovers trope, and I love Emily and I love Jake and I love their story. So this is definitely one of my favorites. It's sometimes I have books that are difficult to write and I feel like I have to push the characters through the story. This was not one of those. This was one that wrote itself. So those are my favorite kind to write, where the characters just come to life and I feel like I just can't type fast enough. And hey, Yvette, she said, I think we need Claire's book next. She's kind of crazy. Claire is crazy. And I had so much fun with that crazy, let me tell you. Yes, absolutely. I don't think Claire's going to get her own story, but she was I definitely had a lot of fun with her. So excuse me while I take a little bit of a sip, and please send your questions my way. This is so much fun. Thank you so much for taking the time to connect with me tonight. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we are talking about my new book, Candy Apple Kisses, if you've just joined us. And don't forget, you can order your autographed copy tonight, right now, and you will receive a special scratch and sniff sticker. And like I said earlier, that takes me back to when I was little in the 80s. Yes, I'm dating myself. And we had sticker books and we would share stickers, and the scratch and sniffs were always my favorite. Hey, Yvette has another question. Can we get a Christmas book soon? Yes, actually. And I have a Christmas story that is based on the same town, Splendid Lake, called On the Way to Christmas. So if you look that up, that is another awesome Thomas Nelson book with 3 stories. So yes, and I have written some Amish Christmas books as well. But we are winding down. So please, please, please send me your questions. And don't forget, order your own autographed copy tonight with an exclusive scratch and sniff sticker. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, please click on the shop button. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and we will send you a link. If you are watching on Instagram, click on that red link on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description. So yeah, hey, Deborah. Deborah said, yay for a Christmas book. Yes, I love Christmas books too. What other questions do you have for me? What do you want to know about Candy Apple Kisses? This is a super fun story, small town romance, friends to lovers, that takes place in Western North Carolina. I have lived in North Carolina for almost 20 years and I love it. I did not grow up here. I was not born here, but I got here as fast as I could. So if you like small town romance, this story is for you. Angela said, I wish Splendid Lake was a real town. Yes, me too, because I would love to go there. Definitely I love the coast. I love lakes and I love mountains, and Splendid Lake has the mountains and a lake right there. So so if you like North Carolina and you like small towns, this book is for you. And don't forget, you can order your own autographed copy tonight. Yes. So, okay, what other questions do you have for me? Let's go back through and see if I have missed any questions. Let's see. Chandra, I hope I'm saying your name right. If you order the book tonight, yes, it will be autographed. Let's see. Oh, okay. Emily, hi. I'm sorry I missed your comment. And Emily is the heroine in my book, and it was my grandmother's name. It's one of my favorites. She said, I'm from the North and love hard candy apples, but moved south and can never find them. That is interesting. I'm actually from the North too. I grew up in New Jersey. That is very interesting that that you can't find hard candy apples in the South. I will have to check into that. Let's see. Okay. My cat Loki just jumped on the table, so you might actually get to meet him. Um, let's see if I missed any other comments. Oh, yep. You just saw his nose. Hey, Loki. And now he's going to rub up against the camera, my laptop. So sorry that it's moving. Let's see if I missed any comments. I'm sorry, Loki keeps doing that. Hey, Julie, I'm so glad you joined us tonight. What character introduced themselves first when you began Candy Apple Kisses? Sorry, my cat. What character introduced themselves first? I think Emily is a struggling artist who is struggling to find her muse. And I think we all can relate to that when you're going through a hard time. Like, I know sometimes I have a hard time writing if I can't find my muse. So Emily is really struggling to just find her voice again. And so I think that she introduced herself first to me. But Jake also is special to me because he wants to take over the family business. He wants to completely manage the orchard, and his dad doesn't want to let go. So he's like trying to prove himself to his dad, and he's trying to, come into his own, which I think we all go through when we're growing up. And yeah, so I only have a couple of minutes left. So please, do you have any more questions for me? This has been so fun. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang out and find out about my new book. And in case you're just joining us, you can order your own autographed copy tonight. It will be signed by me. It will have this exclusive scratch and sniff sticker that you will love because you will scratch it and it will smell like the fall and you'll be ready for the story and for the fall. If you're watching on TalkShopLive, please click on the shop button to order your copy. If you're watching on Facebook, comment the word shop and we will send you a link. If you're watching on Instagram, click on that red link on your screen. And if you're joining us on YouTube, please click on the link in the description. And Naomi, hey, thanks for hanging out. You said, hi, Amy, I've enjoyed your Amish books plus Coral Cove. I'm so glad you like my Coral Cove books. And will you consider another book set in that fictional Water Cove town? I'm Naomi from Canada. Hey, hi, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to Candy Apple Kisses. So I'm not sure if I'll go back to Coral Cove. I sure would love to. That town is very special to me. I was inspired when my husband and I were down in Southport and North Carolina. And so, yeah, so I love Coral Cove, but definitely check out Candy Apple Kisses, which takes place in Splendid Lake. So it's not a coastal town, but it's a lakefront town. And hey, Yvette, did I choose the scent for the sticker? Actually, the sticker was a big surprise. I didn't even know that my publisher was planning to do this until about month and a half ago. So I'm really excited that Thomas Nelson not only gave me this beautiful cover, but this special scratch and sniff sticker. So yeah, so I'm about to wrap up for tonight, but I want to say thank you for taking time to spend this evening with me and to find out about my new book, Candy Apple Kisses. You can still order an autographed copy for sure. So if you're on TalkShopLive, please click on that shop button. If you're on Facebook, just comment shop and a link will be sent to you. If you're on Instagram, click on that red link on your screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, just click on the link in the description. I hope you enjoy Candy Apple Kisses. This book is so special to me. I love the fall. I love sweet small town romance, and that's what this book is. Please, please, please get your copy and send me a message. Let me know what you think of the story. Please leave a review. That is always so helpful if you could do that for authors. We absolutely appreciate it, and it just helps get the word out. Don't forget, follow my Talk Shop Live channel, and I hope that you have enjoyed this evening. I have too. Definitely connect with me online, and I hope you have a great evening, and I hope you enjoy Candy Apple Kisses. So thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I have to close down now, so hang on. Okay, so thank you for joining me this evening, and enjoy Candy Apple Kisses.